guys, MorningGrowman23 here. Today we're going to do a little bit of a Bricklink storage video. So we have a little dilemma that's becoming a problem for us Bricklink sellers, and it is storage. These right here are called stack-ons, and we're going to go through, I'm going to go through kind of what's available, what's not available. But they're getting pricey because they're getting, believe it or not, they're getting hard to find. So let's take you through it. Back in the day, some, I don't know, 8-10 years ago, Clutch introduced us, Clutch at Bricks on the Dollar, introduced us to these things. These are called stack-ons. These are the original ones that everybody used. They actually sold, the lighting in here is bad, so I can get out the shadow. They sold dividers that were really expensive, so you just make dividers out of cardboard. I cut up Lego boxes and works pretty well. So those retailed for around $22 a piece back in the day. I think they were right around $20 a piece. You could get these gray ones from Kmart, which is almost non-existent. Do they still have Kmarts? And you could get these blue ones from Lowe's. The ones from Lowe's were always half and half. The ones from Kmart were always 60 drawers. Then you could actually order them online, of course. And you could get either or. You could actually either get stack-ons that were all of this size drawer. So stack-ons went away. I don't know why. They just quit making them. So these are Tafcos. And the drawers are a little bit smaller. As you can see, they're kind of sloped inward a little bit. And there's no dividers in there, so if you're using one drawer, one lot, this is what you're looking for. But if you just put one piece in that drawer, it wastes a lot of space, a lot of good prime real estate. But those were a cheap alternative. Those were around 20 bucks a piece, and you could buy them in that style, or you could buy them in this style, which is a bigger drawer, same depth, but just a much wider drawer. So you could use those. I bought those one time, didn't like them, and then I found these. These were available at Home Depot. You could get them at a couple different hardware stores across the country, but for me, the only place I could get them was Home Depot online. These were like $27 or $26. And these were perfect because they are the exact same size as stack-ons, and they all come with their own dividers. Perfect. I was able to order those one time. The next time I went to reorder them, they were out of stock. They have been out of stock for probably 2 years now. Are they going to come back? Maybe. I mean, with the pandemic, with everything that's going on, there's a lot of production issues, and there's a lot of issues with plastic. So that's why you can't get stuff like Gatorade in 8-pack bottles. Not hard to find, but they're limited flavors because of production, because of plastic. So on Home Depot, these are a couple different sites. I just use Home Depot. They have these. These were about the same price as these, I think. So they're around $27, $28. And again, they all come with their own dividers. Really, really good. But once again, we ordered those one time. I ordered those twice. I ordered 3, and then I had to go back and order another one to make the height right. But they're still shorter, and you can see the drawers. I think each case is 1 row of drawers short. So by the time you get up to the top, it's, what is that? It's 3 rows short. So, but guess what? Can't get those either. Those are out of stock everywhere. So then, arco mills. Everybody uses arco mills. Everybody rants and raves about arco mills. The problem is they are so expensive. They are like close to $40 a case. There's 64 drawers versus 60. They come with dividers, but they don't come with enough dividers for every drawer. And their dividers are front to back instead of side to side. And these are the same. What's interesting is these dividers, I don't know if I have any in here, but these cardboard, because it's the same thing. They come with dividers, but not enough. But the dividers for that and the dividers for these, I think it's these, one of these two dividers fit perfectly in the Arco mills. So I'm able to just use dividers back and forth, because every drawer doesn't have a divider, or every drawer doesn't need a divider, because you'll come across parts that you have enough parts to fill the drawer so you don't need a divider. So what are we doing now? Well, this is the new alternative. These are at Harbor Freight. They're a little bit smaller, 40 drawers and one big drawer at the bottom. This drawer is kind of obsolete because some of them, because of the quality, I guess, like I got this one, and the bottom right here is bent, so this drawer won't come out. So that's a wasted drawer. And they have spots for dividers if you really wanted to, but I just decided to use them for big parts, or, you know, I've got a lot of those minifigs, so we just use them for that. But these are actually a really good price. These are about $16 at Harbor Freight. If you go to the store, most stores only have 3, maybe 4 at the most in stock at a time. But it seems like they're not hard to come by, because every time I usually buy them in pairs, and every time I go back to the store, they usually have, they're hardly ever sold out. Sometimes there's only one on the shelf, but it's not a really big problem right now. They're not bad. The only problem is you have to make sure that they are not leaning forward, because there is no catch. But once you get them in there, once you get them full, and as long as you have them straight where they're not leaning forward, they're fine. See, there's no lip to catch it. There's no little... But the only problem I have with these drawers is this right here. If you put your finger under it, this little lip, you put your finger under it, what's crazy is you see it has a catch on the top, not on the bottom. So when you put your finger under it, you naturally raise it up, and then it catches on that lip. So you have to... You just got to play with it a little bit to get used to pulling them out. And this is an awkward little handle. And, you know, it should be like halfway, so you can put your fingers on top and bottom. But your finger doesn't fit on the top. It makes it a little awkward. So, that is what we have. So, tell me, guys, what are you guys using for your Bricklink stores? I mean, you could keep using these Arco mills. I bought these when they're on sale. They were basically a twofer. You got, instead of getting one of these for like $40, you got one of each. And that's kind of the way to buy them, is when you catch them on sale. Also, another tip is you could use these. These are for bead trays, readily available at Hobby Lobby. You can get them at Walmart too. But these are getting really expensive. These things used to be like $2 a piece. Now I think they're like $5 a piece. The problem with these is getting your fat fingers, once you have a lot to the bottom. You have to really get in there to get that. You can't dump them out, obviously. So you want to either keep big pieces in here, or what I like to keep is minifigure parts. The problem is that when I started this, I had a lot of these parts in here, and I only empty them as this gets too full for this spot. Then I'll move it to a drawer. Otherwise, it's through attrition. As the drawer is empty, then all I'll put in it is minifigure parts and minifigure utensils or weapons or whatever. I mean, bigger stores use a lot of these shoebox containers right here. I only got one lot that's big enough to need one. I tried using these little pencil boxes. I've got a whole bunch of them. The problem, I don't really like them, is because they don't open and close very well. I got them cheap. That's when you're doing a Bricklink store, you're always looking for the cheapest way you can find to keep stuff sorted. And I thought that was going to be a really great idea, but it kind of didn't work out. So I had them all full. I had half of them full, and once I got these Arco mills, I emptied them into the drawers. And I don't really like them, so I'm only going to use them when I absolutely have to. So that's it for this one, guys. Just wanted to talk about Bricklink storage, because these drawers are becoming harder and harder to find. And when you find them, they are really expensive. So I'm going to the ones over there from Harbor Freight. One, because of availability, and two, because of price. And I just wanted to know what you guys are using. Give me some tips. Leave me a link below to something that you're using that is very economically friendly. And I wish I could keep buying these, because these are the best. These are the best. Everybody talks about Arco mills. I think Arco mills, the plastic is a little bit thinner than the stack-ons, but people like them because the drawers nest inside of each other. That's not a deal breaker for me. And while we're talking about it, since I'm right here, if you guys don't know, this is probably the best solution I have come up with for sorting parts when I'm parting out sets. I don't part out big quantities, obviously. I only do sets in 4s or 5s or 3s. But all this is I know I've talked about this before. This is just advent calendar trays and little Dixie cups that fit perfect in the trays. And so that is for this, and this is a tomato box from this grocery store. So that's 48 lots at a time. And all you have to do is, when you're breaking them down sets, you just keep the light colors together. It makes it easy to upload and to put in your thing, in your store. And all you have to do is pull a cup out and dump it in the drawer. And you will not believe how many parts you can get in that. It holds a lot. Those cups hold a lot. And if you overfill a cup, you just make it, that lot will take 2 cups. I've got a stack of them here. And as the holidays pass, you want to buy as many advent calendars as you can on clearance, because that's where you get these little trays from. And best sorting tool I've come across. I used to use these little containers. I haven't used those since I went to this. It's the way to go. So just a little bit about Bricklink store. Like I said, I'm kind of little comparison on the different types of stack-ons, because we still call them all stack-ons. Everybody calls them stack-ons or Arco mills. A little bit of comparison. And I'm actually just asking you guys, what do you use? Leave me some links. If you got a video of your store, leave me a link below. If you've got a storage solution that is comparable to this, leave me some links below. I know Walmart has one that's about $12 for 30 drawers. So, you know, eventually maybe that's the way to go. And you see, my store is not that big. I've got, what do I have? I've got 12, 24, 28, 32, 34, 36. I got 37, and I've actually got 2 more of those Harbor Freights off to the side. But just imagine, check out Brickstar's store. Look how many he has. I mean, this is the way to go. That's all I got for this one, guys. Leave me some comments below. Leave me some links below. I want to see what you're doing. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next.